Shortlisted for Patients Champion: Karen Barwick, Adrian Warham, Pat Barker.
I was driving to work on the 23rd of November and a car hit me head on and crushed me.
And what happened from there? Where did you go?
I was cut out of the car and airlifted to Lancaster. Had surgery for 4 hours and then was put in intensive care.
And the person you've nominated, what can you tell me about him?
He did more than a nurse does. He was outstanding. He spoke to me as a person with great respect. He did all my personal care and, you know, any pains or anything, he, you know, saw to them. He was absolutely amazing.
And in that particular environment, it was in ICU. Can you remember who it was that you nominated?
Yeah, Adrian Warham.
And what was it about him, out of all the nurses in there, that, and obviously you were in other wards afterwards, what was it about what Adrian did that was different to what the nurses did?
I guess they were all great. I mean, you know, all the staff were brilliant, but Adrian worked with me a lot more than the others did. And when I had my trachea in, I couldn't speak, so he just sat and listened, you know, and spoke to me, you know, as an adult. He was great. And
then, sort of now, you've obviously made quite an amazing recovery from where you were last November. When you read in the paper about the nominations, did you sort of immediately think, I've got to nominate him, and do you think you'd ever hear anything about it? I saw it in the Gazette and looked at it, and I just thought I'd write in, because people deserve to know, you know, be recognised at what they do. You know, he was a great nurse, and I thought, you know, it'd be great if... I never ever thought he'd get nominated though or anything. I just wrote the letter and sent it in. Very shocked. We're looking for Adrian Warham. He's been nominated for a Pride of the Bay Award.
He's absent. He's not here at the moment. He's on an oil rig in the middle of the North Sea having fun.
What does he look like?
He actually looks like this. This is his best picture. That's his press photo.
What sort of work does he do here in ICU?
He looks after very poorly critically ill patients. Does a very good job.
And he's been complimented by a patient.
Yep.
Work that he does. Is he good at what he does?
He's very good at what he does, yeah.
A nomination for Patients Champion was received by letter. Dear Sir, after reading the article in the Lancaster Guardian, I felt I would like to put forward a lady called Pat Barker who works in reception in RLI Oncology. Since my husband was diagnosed with cancer last June, we've spent many hours in oncology, and despite everyone's hard work and kindness, one person remains outstanding in it all. She always takes time with everyone. Her kindness is amazing. She remembers everyone's names, and given how busy oncology is, I find it amazing not only does she show care for the patients, she also takes time to speak with relatives. When you're involved in the day-to-day life of coping with cancer, I can assure you that people like Pat are simply the best. Being the first contact you have, it makes such a difference when you're dealt with in such a kind way. I truly believe that Pat deserves some recognition for what she does. Kind regards, Deirdre Levy.
It's an honour to be nominated. You know, it really is. Yeah, this bit's a bit embarrassing, but to be nominated is very nice.
What do you think made the lady nominate you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, she did come in to see me to say that she'd nominated me. It's really nice. I mean, patients are, you know, poorly and often really worried about what they're coming to face when they come here, and it's just trying to be a friendly face when they come in through the door and just make that step through the door a bit easier, really.
Can you tell me, Paul, who you've nominated and why?
It's Karen Barwick from Ward 5 at Lancaster. I was in the beginning of April for like 5 weeks. I had a disease that stripped the lining off my nerves, so I was more or less bedridden for quite a bit. Karen looked after us quite a lot of the time. Actually, she ended up being like my name nurse to look after me for the day. It's really just like the level of care she gave me, and nothing was too much bother for her. Just you know, it didn't matter what time or if she was ready to go home or whatever. If she asked for something, she'd do it for you, or if she couldn't do it, she'd certainly find out and get answers for you. We went to Preston one day for some tests, and there was a bit of a problem with the patient transport on the way home, so she stood for like it was well over an hour for me. Like for us waiting for the lift. I said, "Oh, go and sit down." No, I'll stay with you. Make sure you're all right. It was just really the level of like care and compassion as well she gave. I have 2 young lads and my wife as well. I mean, obviously it was quite a harrowing time for them, and same again, she was there for them as well, checking they were all right and everything like that. She did a good job of looking after me.